take their seats, we will announce the playing of the national anthem, for which everyone will rise and remain standing till the national anthem is over. When your name is called, for the students, when your name is called, please come walk up to the dais, receive your medal and certificate, of course take a nice picture and walk off of the dais. When the ceremony is over and the procession starts leaving the hall, everyone in the hall stands up and remains standing till the whole procession leaves. There will be 2 sessions to this convocation. The first one that will be presided over by the Honorable Lieutenant Governor, and the second one which will carry on after that. So after the first one is done, I request all the students to stay back to receive their the merit certificates in the second session of the convocation. Well, for the students, I would only like to say that, as you grow and you go out of IUST, we of course wish you all the best. And we also know that you are capable of making a mark in the outside world, not just by way of good entrepreneurs or by way of good bureaucrats or whatever careers you may choose, but we would like to take the credit for having given you some social capital. So मैं खुद ही बोल रही हूँ, but having said so myself, we would again like to take some credit for how wonderful and smart you are, and also for how you have the social capital that is required and that everyone stresses on when talking about university. You know that university isn't just about finishing your syllabus and getting a degree. There's so much to learn in a university. You learn so much outside of the classroom, or as much or more outside of the classroom as you learn inside of it. So it's such a wonderful place, it's a wonderful feeling, and I'm sure you must have met your old friends, your colleagues, your teachers. It's a wonderful feeling to see you all here. There are so many familiar faces, some not so familiar, but so many familiar ones. Such a pleasure to see you here. And we always welcome you here. You're always welcome to IUST. And well, we wish you all the best. We wish you turn out to be socially responsible and ethically wonderful people, the smart people that you are. We wish you all the best on behalf of Islamic University, and like I said, you're always welcome here. I think what we'll do now is that we'll again play the documentary. If there are any confusions or clarifications that you need, please feel free to ask me. I'm a teacher. I usually have a 1-hour class. So speaking is not a problem for me, but I would like you to, I'll give you a break, especially for those of my students who have been listening to me for 2 years continuously. I'll give you a break and we'll play the documentary again. But if there are any clarifications or anything that you need to ask, please feel free to ask.
पुरानी कहावत है, हम अपने बच्चों के लिए शायद भविष्य तैयार नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन कम से कम अपने बच्चों को भविष्य के लिए जरूर तैयार कर सकते हैं। मेरे नौजवान साथियों और यहाँ उपस्थित सभी शिक्षकगण, अभी कुछ दिन पहले मैं वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम की कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस रैंकिंग देख रहा था। यह रिपोर्ट विश्व के देशों में अर्थव्यवस्था की क्षमता का आकलन करती है, जिसमें उद्योग की प्रगति, वैज्ञानिक और प्रौद्योगिकी की प्रगति तथा बिजनेस के क्षेत्र में हो रहे रिफॉर्म, इन 3 मुख्य बातों पर ध्यान दिया जाता है। उस रिपोर्ट में लिखा है, प्रौद्योगिकी आधारित औद्योगिक विकास को स्थायी इनोवेशन सिस्टम के माध्यम से ही बरकरार रखा जा सकता है। इसके अलावा कोई दूसरा रास्ता नहीं है। और यह सिस्टम है क्या? यह सिस्टम इनोवेशन के माध्यम से ज्ञान को धन में परिवर्तित करना है, कन्वर्टिंग नॉलेज इनटू वेल्थ। कंपटीशन या प्रतिस्पर्धा हर क्षेत्र में इनोवेशन के माध्यम से ही लड़ी जा सकती है, लेकिन क्या हम इसके लिए पूरी तरह से तैयार हैं? क्या हमारी शिक्षा प्रणाली इसके लिए पूरी तरह से तैयार है? मित्रों, मैं कुछ आंकड़े आपके सामने रखना चाहता हूं। अखिल भारतीय तकनीकी शिक्षा परिषद, ऑल इंडिया काउंसिल ऑफ टेक्निकल एजुकेशन की रिपोर्ट के मुताबिक 2018-19 में 15,49,000 इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट्स हमारे देश में ग्रेजुएट हुए थे। मेरे पास जर्मनी का आंकड़ा है 2017 का, वहां 1,29,000 इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट्स पास हुए थे। इसी तरह जापान में 2019 में 1,68,000 इंजीनियरिंग ग्रेजुएट्स कॉलेज से निकले थे। इन दोनों देशों के नंबर को अगर हम मिला लें तो इनकी जो दोनों देशों की मिलाकर क्षमता है इंजीनियर पैदा करने की, वो हिंदुस्तान के आसपास भी नहीं है। लेकिन वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम की लेटेस्ट रिपोर्ट के मुताबिक इन दोनों देशों का हिस्सा पूरे विश्व में पेटेंट रजिस्ट्रेशन के मामले में 36% है, जिसमें जापान का हिस्सा 26% और जर्मनी का 10% है। इंडिया, which produces more engineers and scientists every year, does not even figure in the list of top 5 countries where most of the patent activities are happening. यही चिंता का विषय है और इसके 4 प्रमुख कारण मैं मानता हूं। मुझे में समझ में आता है कि पहला कारण कॉलेज और इंडस्ट्री के बीच गहरा हो रहा डिस्कनेक्ट है।
We at IUST fall in the latter category. We have made CSR an integral part of our academics through the establishment of Dean Outreach Office and its 4 verticals. Through all these verticals, for example, Industrial Connect helps us strengthen our industry-academia interface.
At the IUST, if we see for the last 2 years now, we have a very strong outreach with the industry. We had an industry academia conclave here where we signed about 25 MOUs with industries across the country and within the union territory. Under these MOUs, we have invited even the experts, the CEOs, the industrialists to share their experiences with the students so that they get exposed, so that this disconnect between the industry and the university is bridged.
दूसरा कारण जो मुझे समझ में आता है वो स्किल गैप है। 2019 में 760 इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में एक सर्वे हुआ था, जिसमें ज्यादातर स्टूडेंट्स ने कहा कि इंडस्ट्री की मांग क्या है, उसकी आवश्यकता क्या है और उनके जो मौजूदा स्किल्स हैं उसके बारे में उन्हें पता नहीं है। इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि हम जो ह्यूमन कैपिटल तैयार कर रहे हैं और इंडस्ट्री की जो मांग है उसके बीच जो खाई गहरी हो रही है, उसे जल्दी से जल्दी हम कैसे भर सकें।
So different media houses have their short internships, interact with the journalists there. Similarly, the industries also, even the government sector also, PSUs. So public sector units, we are taking the students so that they spend some time there and get first-hand experience of how these industries, these businesses, these PSUs work.
चौथा कारण है पढ़ाई के दौरान ही प्रोजेक्ट आधारित अनुभव की कमी। क्या हम कोर्स से अलग हटकर बच्चों को नए इनोवेशन और आविष्कार के लिए प्रेरित कर सकते हैं? क्या हम हजारों की संख्या में जो रिसर्च पेपर्स निकाल रहे हैं उनका प्रैक्टिकल उपयोग कर पा रहे हैं?
So it is important that the research that is being done in the research institutes, the universities basically reach to the masses, the common man. In the IUST, we have established a Dean for Outreach, where we have tried to establish the connect with the society. As I said, the money that comes into our universities for research is basically funded by the common man, the taxpayers. So it is very important that the output should not basically remain a decoration piece in the libraries of the universities. It needs to be translated for the benefit of the society. And we have several programs in the university where we try to address the problems and solutions of the common masses, whether it is the environment related issues, whether it is the energy related issues, or whether it is the disaster or other aspects, rural development, livelihood enhancement. All these are part of the outreach that the IUST has taken to the communities.
Thank you very much. We should be expecting the academic procession soon, since the Honorable Lieutenant Governor has already landed on campus. The academic procession will be coming in. Please rise to welcome the academic procession into the hall.
Oh, I'm fine.
Please be seated in your respective places. Please rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे। जन गण मन।
I will now hand over the floor to Professor Nasir Iqbal, Registrar of the Islamic University of Science and Technology, to conduct the proceedings further.
Honorable Chancellor Sir, I request you to declare the second convocation of Islamic University of Science and Technology, Kashmir, open.
I declare the convocation open.
University Tarana Divi.
शहरते आफाक हो या रब इसे हासिल दवा।
इल्म की खुशबू से महकी हवाओं को सलाम।
दानिशो बीनिश की रूह पर हर फिजाओं को सलाम। हिकमताए बेबहा है जामिया इस्लामिया। अशहदे नूरे खुदा है जामिया इस्लामिया।
May I request the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Islamic University of Science and Technology, Professor Shakir Ahmad Ramshu, to present mementos to the honorable guests. Sir, firstly, Honorable Vice Ramshu will present a memento to the Honorable Chief Guest, Professor K. Kasturi Rangan. Now I request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Shkil Ahmed Ramshu, to present a memento to the Honorable Chancellor and the Honorable Lieutenant Governor of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, Shri Manoj Sinha ji. I again request the Honorable Vice Chancellor to present a memento to Shri R.R. Bhatnagar, Advisor to Honorable Lieutenant Governor of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. May I now request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Shkil Ahmed Ramshu, to formally welcome the dignitaries, the guests, and present the university report.
Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, faculty members, dear students and scholars, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon to all of you. It is a matter of great pleasure for me to welcome all of you to the second convocation of the Islamic University of Science and Technology. We are truly honored to have Professor Kasturi Rangan, Honorable Distinguished Advisor, Department of Space, Indian Space Research Organization, former Secretary, Department of Space, former Chairman, ISRO, as chief guest with us. He is a recipient of 3 major civilian awards from the Government of India, the Padma Shri, the Padma Bhushan, and the Padma Vibhushan. Kasturi Rangan was head of the committee tasked with framing the national education policy 2020 for India. He is currently the head of the steering committee, which is responsible for developing a new national curriculum framework. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting our request to be the chief guest for the second convocation function and for gracing this occasion and joining us in felicitating our students and scholars in achieving this important milestone of their lives. It is our distinct privilege to have the Chancellor of the University, the Honorable Lieutenant Governor, Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, Shri Manoj Sinha, with us today. Your presence here today is a source of great inspiration and encouragement for all of us. Your guidance and support have been instrumental in the progress of our university, and we are immensely grateful for your leadership, sir. I'm also pleased to welcome the Advisor to Lieutenant Governor, Shri Rajiv Rai Bhatnagar, for his presence on this momentous occasion. I am pleased to welcome Honorable Member of Parliament of the Anantnag and Pulwama Parliamentary Constituency, Justice Hasnan Masoodi Saab, BTC Chairman, Mr. Bari Andrabi, and other elected public representatives. We are also pleased to have with us the members of the Executive Council, Academic Council, and Finance Committee of the University. A warm welcome to all of you. I also extend a warm welcome to Vice Chancellors of my sister universities, formal advisor to Lieutenant Governor Khurshid Ganai Saab, who is also the Distinguished Fellow at the IUST School of Business Studies, ex-Vice Chancellors of IUST, Administrative Secretaries and heads of various departments Additional Director General Police Shri Vijay Kumar, Divisional Commissioner Shri V.K. Baduri, and other civil and police officers, distinguished members of the civil society, representatives of print and electronic media, IUST faculty, non-teaching staff, and most importantly, the students and research scholars who are eagerly awaiting their big moment. It is with great pleasure and sense of immense pride that I stand before you today as the Vice Chancellor of Islamic University of Science and Technology. And I request your kind attention and patience to listen to the university report on recent developments and initiatives related to the academics, research, innovations, outreach, and institutional collaborations since that 2021 convocation, our first convocation. The expectations placed on universities by students, governments, and public have changed dramatically in the recent years. There is now a clear demand that the universities need to play a proactive role in addressing local, national, and global problems and to inform policy making for addressing societal concerns. At Islamic University of Science and Technology, we are conscious of our role in meeting public expectations. We are fully prepared to fulfill this role through innovation, creativity, and judicious planning, and an important requirement for this is having the right vision and strategy. We have devised a 5-year strategic plan for the university 2021-26, which envisions a framework of action and priorities in the spheres of administration, research, academics, outreach, infrastructure development, and planning, to translate our vision of nurturing a socially responsible student community capable of contributing towards national building. On this auspicious occasion of our convocation, I extend my warmest congratulations to all the graduates who have successfully completed their academic journey and are ready to embark on the next phase of their lives. This is a special occasion for all of us present here, as we recognize the hard work and perseverance of the IUST achievers. Today, we will be felicitating 72 gold medalists and 120 merit holders. Established through an act of the J&K State Legislature in November 2005, with its academic programs starting from 2006, IST has come a long way. Although comparatively a younger university in J&K, IUST has progressed leaps and bounds through meaningful academic research and outreach initiatives. At IUST, we believe in nurturing not only academic excellence, but also the values of compassion, integrity, and social responsibility. Our institution is committed to providing a holistic education, and students here are exposed to a broad spectrum of courses, and this interdisciplinary paradigm has helped our students to identify, connect, and integrate ideas and concepts for a range of disciplines. IUST students enjoy an academic experience that fosters intellectual curiosity, critical thinking, and a heightened sensitivity to socio-cultural environment. Our university's mission to prepare students for active engagement in civil life through integrated approach to learning encompassing science, technology, humanities, and social sciences. This aligns well with the vision of NEP 2020, aiming to establish a multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary universities in India by 2030. In accordance with the NEP 2020, our students can earn credits across disciplines and explore novel combinations of subjects, including engineering, science, technology, literature, philosophy, arts, economics, management, sports, etc. Our 4-year undergraduate programs thrive on this idea of multidisciplinary education through a blend of major and minor courses. The university is offering many specialized programs, and we have already approved the introduction of 5-year integrated programs in journalism and mass communication, physics, chemistry, zoology, as also BVOC in renewable energy and BVOC in operation theatre technician to be started from next year. This initiative to offer integrated learning programs for education, needless to say, is in conformity with NEP 2020 and not only helps to lay the foundation of one's career, but also helps students to pursue a specialization in his or her chosen field. The COVID-19 pandemic compelled us to adopt and reinvent our approaches to education. We successfully transitioned to online platforms for teaching, learning, and examinations, ensuring continuity in academic processes. The university has embraced digital teacher learning processes, including online teaching, webinars, online participation in meetings, PhD viva voces, and selection committee meetings online, while focusing on accountability, transparency, and professionalism. Ensuring quality and equity in higher education is one of the foremost challenges faced in the country. In this regard, to make the academic system competitive, meaningful, and purposeful, we appointed well-qualified senior teachers to fill up the top rung of the faculty at professor and other levels. We have already operationalized the UGC scheme for the appointment of the professors of practice in the university by appointing former Director Southeast Asian Development Bank as the professor of practice. Regulatory bodies like UGC, AICT, NAC report, suggest improvements with regard to university education, or also put forth suggestions and criteria for the ranking of universities. IUST actively participates in the accreditation and ranking processes to make the university highly competitive. In this context, new ideas and new programs are conceived, designed, and implemented in compliance with the NEP 2020 to strengthen the ecosystem conducive for research, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Efforts have been made to revive the research centers of the university for better quality and collaborative research. These are Haba Khatun Center for Kashmiri Language and Culture, Avro Center for Philosophy, International Center for Spiritual Studies, and Rinchen Shah Center for Western Himalayan Cultures. The objectives of these and other research centers, and we have more than a dozen centers now in the university, is to promote multidisciplinary engagement and research to keep students updated with the cutting-edge research and address contemporary socio-economic issues and challenges. We at IUST have succeeded in breaking some stereotypes and empowered women and girls with a space to share their thoughts and ideas. We have put in place gender parity policy, a policy for the implementation of POSH Act, supporting equality, empowerment, and provisioning of favorable workspaces for women employees and girl students. I say this with a lot of pride, and that a number of our female gold medalists and merit holders have been invariably outnumbering that of our boys. There is no denying the fact that women development leads to prosperous society and a sustainable future for all. We acknowledge that women and girls are critical in finding solutions to major global challenges that we face today, and their perspectives must be heard, valued, and celebrated in society for our overall advancement of humanity. Apart from teaching and research, IUST believes in the significance of outreach activities. The establishment of the Deanery for Outreach and its 4 verticals, including Community Connect, Alumni Connect, Career Counseling and Placement Center, and Industry Connect, demonstrate the university's commitment to actively engage and collaborate with local, national, and global communities. By partnering with the community organizations and integrating institutional social responsibility into academics, IUST aims to enhance the quality of life for all its stakeholders. We share facilities and resources of the university with different institutions of the community and actively partner with community organizations for organizing joint events like workshops, seminars, discussions on specific problems such as drug de-addiction, mental health, environment, and other societal needs with a focus on finding solutions. Our focus has been to develop and strengthen the university-industry interface through entering into collaboration with the industry for consultancy, joint research, joint projects, and internships. The university promotes project-based learning, revisits the curricula to align it with market demands. We have an industry expert on our board of studies in every department. We meet the challenges of the present-day knowledge society by producing knowledge workers through a combination of academic and practitioners' knowledge. We organized the first academia industry conclave last year, which was presided over by the Honorable Chancellor, and we signed it in this very hall 22 MOUs with industry, businesses, and chambers on that day. We realize the importance of alumni in the progress and growth of an institution and have therefore worked towards establishing a robust alumni network, connecting with our students and empowering them through guidance and counseling through the path of fulfilling career. For building and strengthening lifelong connections with the students, we have helped in the establishment of the IUST Alumni Association through electoral process. I expect the graduating students today to get connected to the Alumni Association and contribute towards the growth and development of IUST. No university, no matter how large or well endowed, can address future challenges by itself. In this era of globalization and interdependence, collaborative partnerships with other institutions of academic excellence around the world are not optional, but a necessity. Recognizing the importance of international partnerships, IUST emphasizes cooperative collaborations with institutions of academic excellence worldwide. The university has signed MOUs with a large number of organizations from academia and industry like SIDBI, various businesses, chambers, industries and confederations, IIT Jammu, IIT Ropat, GYAN, 28 members of the 28 manufacturing companies of the Unani Drug Manufacturers Association, New Delhi, and dozens of other academic and government institutions. Recently, under the J&K Higher Education Institute, ISC Bangalore and ISRO agreed to build the capacity of the faculty and teachers in areas of space education, space technology, and other frontier areas of research. All the J&K universities are a part of this initiative. IUST students should participate in the College on Wheels initiative alongside 1,200 students from other sister universities in Jammu and Kashmir and from the universities in Delhi, which will expose the students from J&K to very innovative experience in various aspects of science and technology, history, culture, while traveling by train from Jammu to Sriharikota, which is the launching satellite launching center of the ISRO. Furthermore, IUST shall be spearheading a similar initiative named Jalim Knowledge Safari from Khanabal to Baramulla, hosting about 500 to 600 students who will be exposed to the culture, traditions, history, and natural environment of Kashmir Valley. There is substantial evidence that mental stress is common among university students across the world. Keeping in mind the serious implications of excessive stress and depression, IUST, besides providing high quality, confidential, and holistic mental health service to students, plans to establish a mental health wellness center to address the serious problem at a larger societal level. IUST has recently established a Center for Ayush Sciences. We are the first university in J&K to establish a PG Department of Philosophy, a Center for Artificial Intelligence, a Center for Renewable Energy and Sustainable Technology, and a Frontier Research Institute for Interdisciplinary Sciences, exclusively for hosting Ramanujan, Ramalinga Swamy, and Wellcome Trust Fellows. We have approved the establishment of the Department of Environment, Sustainability and Climate Change, Department of Planning and Geomatics, Center for Translation, Center for Promotion of Urdu Language, Center for Education, Technology and Development, which has been significantly emphasized in the NEP 2020. We are also looking forward to the prospect of having a Center for Excellence in E-Mobility and Electric Vehicles with the support of Larsen and Turbo. In line with NEP 2020 recommendations, we have set up Kalam Academy of Skill Development and Training, the first skilling college in the UT. And this is as a tribute to the former president of the country, late Shri APJ Abdul Kalam. We are currently running 31 skill courses with the support of the National Skill Development Council under Prime Minister's Kaushal Vikas Yojana 4.0 at the Kalam Academy, and we will train about 3,000 youth in these 31 skill courses under the program. Innovations and inventions play a significant role in the progress of a university. Every year, a good number of patents are filed by the university, and we have got 30 patents till date, mostly for the innovations that offer viable solutions to the local problems. Our Design and Innovation Center, one of the few in the country, will be offering bachelor's degree in design and innovation from the next year, which would further boost the ecosystem of innovations in the university. It might also interest you to know that IUST is at the forefront of ensuring carbon neutrality through banning single-use plastics, reducing disposables, promotion of rainwater harvesting, sewage treatment, and relying on the use of renewable energies to meet its energy requirements. Almost 65% of our energy requirement is met from the solar power installed in the campus. We have embarked upon setting up a 10 megawatt solar park that would make us 100% self-sufficient in energy requirements. Once operational, we shall be able to provide power to the AIMS, which is coming up in our vicinity, the security establishments in our neighborhood, and meet the energy demands of the expanding Kampipara town 24/7. We have also set up biodiversity park and medicinal and aromatic plant parks in our campus. The food testing laboratory of the university has been granted accreditation by the National Accreditation Board for testing of various foods and spices. Institutions Innovation Council, Ministry of Education, Government of India has awarded IUST with a star ranking of 3.5 out of 5 in 2022 for promoting an ecosystem of innovation and entrepreneurship, which is a significant improvement over our previous rating of 1 star in 2021. And we are working to improve this ranking further. IUST has 59 ongoing research projects with a total sanctioned extramural funding of 55 crores, including the first project, which is recently granted by the Department of Science and Technology. The other sponsors of our extramural projects are DST, SERB, DBT, ICMR, and JK State Science and Technology Innovation Council. The Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development, inaugurated by the Honorable Chancellor last year, is now a Section 8 company with 8 verticals and is presently supporting 20 innovative startup projects, with each startup getting a grant of rupees 5 lakh from IUST. Presently, 64 entrepreneurs are registered with the seed, and IUST is a mentor to all the government degree colleges in Kashmir for programs on food technology. Further, seed is mentoring 9 degree colleges in the valley for building their capacity in innovation, skilling, and entrepreneurship. We are also mentoring J&K Horticulture Produce Marketing and Processing Corporation for establishment of common incubation centers in every district of J&K. IUST's high-power computing facility is being used by all the degree colleges in the valley and a few faculty members from sister universities who use it for hosting large data sets and for running computationally intensive applications and other cloud services. We are actively promoting sports among our students in the campus. Last year in September, Honorable Chancellor inaugurated the world-class athletic track in the university. We organize sports events around the year in the university. Our students regularly participate in the national and international sports events and have brought laurels to the university by winning 34 medals. 12 gold medalists, 11 silver, and 11 bronze medalists at the national level during the last 2 years. Furthermore, in alignment with our commitment to the cultural preservation and environmental consciousness, we recognize the importance of promoting our rich traditions and fostering a sustainable mindset, and have established IUST Alpine Club and IUST Traditional Knowledge Clubs. For the overall development of our students and to inculcate in them a sense of dedication and discipline, we have from this year introduced Girls NCC and NSS units now on our campus. These units offer valuable opportunities for our students to actively engage in social services and contribute to the national building. For providing financial aid to the economically and socially disadvantaged IUST students, we have put in place student aid policy. We are contributing 2% of our revenue towards the student aid policy to promote equity and realize accessibility of education among the marginalized sections of the society. Several individuals, trusts, and foundations have offered student support in terms of fellowships and scholarships. Additionally, we have put in place policy frameworks for every important academic, research, and governance-related matters, such as research policy, consultancy policy, startup policy, IPR policy, e-waste policy, placement policy, and endowment policy. As is evident from the report that I presented before you, IUST has been witnessing remarkable growth and progress over the years, both academically and in terms of extracurricular activities. The existing infrastructure, though commendable, has reached its capacity, and there is an increasing demand for more spaces to accommodate a wider range of academic, research, and innovation programs, skilling programs, and sports activities. No doubt our university is a young university, just 17 years old, but it has emerged as a center for higher learning in areas of science, technology, management, and humanities. This university, and I say this with a lot of confidence, has the potential to achieve greater heights of excellence. Recognizing this potential and need, I recently brought to the kind consideration of the Honorable Chancellor the need for the allocation of additional land for the expansion and enhancement of our academic, research and sports facilities in order to provide conducive and innovative learning environment that aligns with the evolving educational landscape at the IUST. We appreciate that land allocation is a significant decision that requires coordination with various stakeholders, but the support of the Honorable Chancellor for additional land allocation for infrastructure development is highly commendable, sir. We also appreciate the support of the Divisional Commissioner, the District Commissioner, the Deputy Commissioner Pulwama, and other officers of the Revenue Department and Higher Education Department for expeditious processing and favorable disposal of our request. The additional land will serve as a catalyst for the overall growth and development of IUST. Rest assured, sir, we have meticulously prepared detailed plans as provided under the university's vision and strategy document for 2021-26 to ensure the optimal utilization of additional land. We have planned to house the newly established centers and departments at the new campuses and would have dedicated spaces for sports, cultural activities, exhibitions, and events that celebrate our heritage, our culture, while developing facilities to raise awareness and environmental conservation. I, on behalf of the university, express my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation for your unwavering support and commitment to the advancement of our university. Your leadership and support are instrumental in shaping the future of our institution, and we look forward to your continued support and guidance, sir. To the graduating students, this convocation marks a significant milestone on your lives. In your lives, you have demonstrated not only academic excellence, but also the values of perseverance, determination, and a quest for knowledge. As you step into the next phase of your journey, I encourage you to carry the spirit of inquiry and a yearning for excellence. Use the knowledge and skills that you have acquired at IUST to contribute to the betterment of society and uplift those around you. Be the ambassadors of peace, justice, compassion, and be the agents of positive change in the society. I would like to take this opportunity to express my greatest appreciation to the faculty, staff, and the entire IUST stakeholder community who have contributed to the success of our students. Your dedication and commitment have played a pivotal role in shaping the future of our students and the progress of our university. Thank you very much for your dedication and support for the growth and development of IUST. Thank you all for gracing this occasion with your presence, and may God bless you all. Thank you very much.
May I request the Honorable Chancellor, Shri Manoj Sinha ji, to allow us to present the candidates. Okay. I request Dr. Asif Iqbal Fazli, Dean School of Business Studies, to present the candidates.
Sir, I present to you 4 candidates of Management Studies and 1 candidate of Economics for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Studies and Economics, respectively. Sir, I also present to you 327 candidates, MBA 122, MBA IB 58, MA Economics 72, BBA 75 for Master's degree in Business Administration, MBA International Business, Economics, and Bachelor's degree in Business Administration, respectively. All these candidates have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy from the year 2021-2022, Master's degree and Bachelor's degree in the School of Business Studies from the year 2020 to 2022-23, to which I pray they may be admitted.
I request Dr. Rahman Bashir, Dean School of Engineering and Technology, to present the candidates.
Sir, I present to you 3 candidates of Electronics and Communication Engineering and 1 candidate from Food Technology for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electronics and Communication Engineering and Food Technology, respectively. Sir, I also present to you 1,722 candidates, MCA 99, MTech Food Technology 17, MSc IT 47, BTech Computer Science and Engineering 233, BTech Civil Engineering 300, BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering 255, BTech Electrical Engineering 227, BTech Mechanical Engineering 129, BTech Food Technology 193, 3 years diploma, Civil, Electrical, Mechanical Engineering courses 222. For master's degree in computer applications, food technology, information technology, and bachelor's degree in computer science engineering, civil engineering, electronics and communication engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, food technology, 3 years diploma in civil, electrical, mechanical engineering courses, respectively. All these candidates have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy from the year 2021 to 2022, master's degree, bachelor's degree, diploma in the School of Engineering and Technology from the year 2020 to 2022-23, to which I pray they may be admitted.
Now I request Dr. Muneja Khan, Dean School of Humanities and Social Sciences, to present the candidates.
Sir, I present to you 5 candidates from Islamic Studies, 1 candidate from Arabic Language and Literature, 1 candidate from English Language and Literature for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Islamic Studies, Arabic Language and Literature, English Language and Literature, respectively. Sir, I also present to you 467 candidates, MA Arabic Language and Literature 65, MA English Language and Literature 105, MA Islamic Studies 109, MA International Relations, Peace and Conflict Studies 18, MA Journalism and Mass Communication 27, MA Political Science 30, BA English 113, for Master's degree in Arabic Language and Literature, English Language and Literature, Islamic Studies, International Relations, Peace and Conflict Studies, Journalism and Mass Communication, Political Science, and Bachelor's degree in English, respectively. All these candidates have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy from the year 2021 to 2022, and Master's degree in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences from the year 2020 to 2022-23, to which I pray they may be admitted.
Now I request Dr. Abid Hussain Shala, Dean School of Sciences, to present the candidates.
Sir, I present to you 219 candidates, MSc Chemistry 67, MSc Physics 54, MSc Statistics 52, BSc Actuarial and Financial Mathematics 46, for Master's degree in Chemistry, Physics, Statistics, and Bachelor's degree in Actuarial and Financial Mathematics, respectively. All these candidates have been examined and found qualified for the Master's and Bachelor's degree in School of Sciences from the year 2020 to 2022-23, to which I pray they may be admitted.
I request Professor Ayub Qadri, Dean School of Health Sciences, to present the candidates.
Sir, I present to you 254 candidates, BSc Nursing 228, DEVO Medical Lab and Molecular Diagnostic Technology 26 for bachelor's degrees. All these candidates have been examined and found qualified for bachelor's degree in the School of Health Sciences from the year 2020 to 2022-23, to which I pray they may be admitted.
May I now request the Honorable Chancellor, Shri Manoj Sinha, to admit the candidates.
Honorable K. Kasturi Ranganji, Professor. Sure. By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of Islamic University of Science and Technology, Jammu and Kashmir, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Master's degree in Arts, Business Administration, Computer Applications, Information Technology, Science Bachelor's degree in Business Administration, Engineering, Science, Nursing, Vocational, Arts and Diplomas in Engineering in the University, and charge you throughout your life to prove worthy of the same. Thank you.
Today, at this second convocation, we are awarding gold medals, certificates of merit, and degree certificates to the candidates for the period 2020 to 2023. All recipients of gold medals and doctorate degrees shall be awarded. However, considering the large number of awardees and the paucity of time, one awardee from each school of study shall receive the certificates of merit and degree certificates on behalf of recipients of the respective school of study. However, a separate award presentation ceremony will be held soon after this session to honor rest of the awardees individually. May I now again request the Honorable Chancellor, Shri Manoj Sinha ji, to award the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy and certificates of merit. I call upon Mr. Samiullah Khan, Doctor of Philosophy in Management Studies, to receive the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Mr. Asif Bashir Dar. Mr. Asif Bashir Dar, Doctor of Philosophy in Electronics and Communication Engineering, to receive the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Ismat Shah Masoodi. Ismat Shah Masoodi. Insha Ishtiyaq. Insha Ishtiyaq. Qazi Shaukat Ashraf. Qazi Shaukat Ashraf. Misbah Mujid. Misbah Mujid. Pirzada Bilal Ahmad Shah. Pirzada Bilal Ahmad Shah. Javed Ahmed Bhatt. Javed Ahmed Bhatt. Mohammad Yunus Kumar. Mohammad Yunus Kumar. Shaista Rasool. Shaista Rasool. Irfan Jalal. Irfan Jalal. Jahangir Gulzar. Jahangir Gulzar. Jahangir Gulzar. Now we have here school-wise toppers for award of Certificate of Merit. Ayman Manzoor. Ayman Manzoor. Danish Shafi. Danish Shafi. Alima Shaukat. Alima Shaukat. Tabassum Ahad. Tabassum Ahad. Asma Rafiq. Asma Rafiq. Thank you very much, Honorable Chancellor Shri Manoj Sinha ji, for awarding the degrees of certificates and certificates of merit. May I now request the Honorable Chief Guest, Professor K. Kasturi Rangan, to award the gold medals to the meritorious candidates for the period 2020 to 2023. We start from Bachelor of Business Administration, Ayman Manzoor. Ayman Manzoor. Mehwish Riaz. Mehwish Riaz. Ayman Manzoor from Master of Business Administration. Ayman Manzoor. Said Raska Nisar from Master of Business Administration, International Business. Said Raska Nisar. Mehwish Farooq. Mehwish Farooq. Kamina Bashir. Kamina Bashir. From MA Economic side, Irtiza Nasir. Irtiza Nasir. Junaid Rashid. Junaid Rashid. Saima Akbar. Saima Akbar. From School of Engineering and Technology, we have Bismay Jan, BTech Civil Engineering. Bismay Jan. Munisa Rafiq. Munisa Rafiq. From BTech Computer Science and Engineering, we have Mufti Haider Ali. Mufti Haider Ali. Uroj Khan. Uroj Khan. Saddam Hussein Ganai. Saddam Hussein Ganai. From BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering, we have Haika Rashid. Haika Rashid. Adnan Fayaz. Adnan Fayaz. Danish Raja. Danish Raja. From BTech Electrical Engineering, we have Madiha Muzaffar. Madiha Muzaffar. From BTech Mechanical Engineering, we have Falak Fatima. Falak Fatima. Falak Fatima. Ibadul Haq. Ibadul Haq. From BTech Food Technology, we have Idris Khurshid Kirmani. Idris Khurshid Kirmani. Hussain Nasir. Hussain Nasir. Hadia Tahir. Hadia Tahir. Hadia Tahir. Chancellor Saab is also requested to kindly give the gold medals. From MTech Food Technology, Kamreen Nasar. Kamreen Nasar. Falak Nisar. Falak Nisar. From Master of Computer Applications, we have Syed Nasir Ahmed Shah. Syed Nasir Ahmed Shah. Tahir Nabi Bhatt. Tahir Nabi Bhatt. Saida Fayaz. Saida Fayaz. Tashin Ahmed Wagey. Tashin Ahmed Wagey. From MSc IT side, we have Ikra. Ikra. Nida Shafi. Nida Shafi. Nida Shafi. Basharat Ahmed Mir. Basharat Ahmed Mir. From BA Honors in English, we have Adil Hussain. Adil Hussain. Ifra Rashid. Ifra Rashid. Sanatus Saima. Sanatus Saima. From MA English Language and Literature, we have Hamna Munir. Hamna Munir. Hamna Munir. Asma Nisar. Asma Nisar. Asma Nisar. Unisa Sania. Unisa Sania. From Arabic Language and Literature, we have Muhammad Sheikh. Muhammad Ishaq Sheikh. Sajjad Ahmed Beg. Sajjad Ahmed Beg. Sabina Fayaz. Sabina Fayaz. From MA Islamic Studies, we have Zahid Hamid. Zahid Hamid. Adil Mushtaq. Adil Mushtaq. Iram Jahan. Iram Jahan. MA Journalism and Mass Communication, we have Samrina Nazir. Samrina Nazir. Maria Yunus. Maria Yunus. Ruqayya Latif. Ruqayya Latif. From MA International Relations, Peace and Conflict Studies, we have Mehak Hamid. Mehak Hamid. Abita Hilal. Abita Hilal. Shubra Ghani. Shubra Ghani. From School of Sciences, BSc Actuarial and Financial Mathematics, we have Bilal Ahmad Mir. Bilal Ahmad Mir. Bilal Ahmad Mir. Dia Hassan. Dia Hassan. Mehrul Nisa. Mehrul Nisa. Mehrul Nisa. From MSc Statistics, we have Mohammad Kafil Wani. Mohammad Kafil Wani. Kawar Javed. Kawar Javed. Suhail Iqbal Khan. Suhail Iqbal Khan. From MSc Chemistry, we have Mohsina Mushtaq. Mohsina Mushtaq. Mohsina Mushtaq, Misbah Jan, Sirat Amin, From MSc Physics side, we have Asfa Jan. Muntaha Mujid. Ubeda Jan. From School of Health Sciences, BSc Nursing, we have Mir Ubaid Ashraf. Sabina Akram. Irtika Ali. From BWOC Medical Lab and Molecular Diagnostic Technology, we have Hanna Mushtaq. Mehnoor. Thank you very much, Honorable Chancellor, the Lieutenant Governor of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, Shri Manoj Sinha ji, the Chief Guest, Shri K. Kasturi Rangan, and the other dignitaries. May I now request you to take your seats, please. Now, I request Shri Raju Rai Bhatnagar ji, Advisor to Honorable Lieutenant Governor, to deliver his address.
Honorable Shri Manoj Sinha ji, Lieutenant Governor of the UT of J&K, Chief Guest, respected Professor K. Kasturi Rangan, Professor Ramsu, Vice Chancellor, Honorable MP Justice Masoodi Saab, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, faculty members, and dear friends. It is indeed a very, very important day in the annals of the university as well as in the lives of its students. Today is a day when you get validated for your efforts that you have been doing. You today have entered a new phase of your life.
after a successful stint as a student. In today's world, in this today's very challenging world, there is also a world of opportunities. Today, armed with the knowledge, the techniques, the skills, the values, and the attitudes I am sure this great institute has given you, you would be able to do well in life. You will have many challenges, but I am sure you would be able to overcome them. You can, with your learning, with your application, with your diligence, with your discipline, take yourself to amazing new heights, your society, your country, and also be internationally acclaimed. I would entail upon all of you to always have the quest for excellence, to always use the hunger for learning, the attitudes, the kind of methodologies that you have picked up here, which you would be able to address to any problem. I would also expect you all to be problem solving, not only for yourself, but for the society you live in and for your country. We all know today that J&K is seeing a new sunrise. It is a land of opportunities like never before. India again is finding its stature and place in the global order. India, looking forward to our Amrit Kaal, from our 75 years of independence to 100 years of independence, to see where we would like to place ourselves, our society, our duty, and our country in the global era. I would also request all of you to appreciate the kind of support that your parents have given you, that your society has given you, and I am sure your peers, your faculty, everybody is responsible for part of your success. I would especially like to congratulate the gold medal winners and also wish them a very, very fruitful and successful stint in their lives ahead. I am happy to note that this institute has gone in for learning which is holistic in nature, not only technology, but the social sciences, the languages, and also it is futuristic in terms of fostering research, innovation, incubation, and also has good achievements as far as startups and entrepreneurship is concerned. So in the end, I would again like to remind you that today you have had the privilege of being awarded by the best and the brightest in the country, Professor Kasturi Ranjan. So it is a privilege that you must really carry forward. I would also like to put forth the efforts of the Honorable Lieutenant Governor in fast-tracking the new education policy here, in bringing in an evolution and a revolution as far as education in this UT is concerned. So all the best. Thank you so much.
Now I request the Honorable Chancellor, Shri Manoj Sinha, to deliver his address.
Honorable K. Kasturi Rangan ji, Professor, National Institute of Advanced Studies, Bangalore, and one of the key architects of the national education policy. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ramsu, my advisors, Rajiv Rai Bhatnagar ji, Professor Nasir Iqbal, Registrar of this university, dignitaries on the dais, particularly Vice Chancellors, Honorable Vice Chancellors of two universities, Honorable Member of Parliament, Justice Masoodi, Chairman DDC, faculty, staff, and students, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pleased to be with you, with all of you today at the second convocation of Islamic University of Science and Technology. I take this opportunity to congratulate the students for their achievement. My greetings and gratitude to the Vice Chancellor, professors, teachers, and staff members for their excellent contribution in shaping young minds to contribute to the nation in various fields. I am truly proud of our daughters who have outperformed the boys and bagged the maximum gold medals. I am told out of the 72 gold medals, 46 are girls, and it is around more than 60% of total number of gold medals. I can proudly say, as the unique half part of the society, with the amazing qualities, brilliance, harmony, peace, creativity, compassion, leadership, individuality, courage, and deeply rooted to the ancient values, our daughters are advancing India's rise in the world. It is really gratifying for me as a chancellor to see Islamic University of Science and Technology, one of our top most institutions of higher education. It is not only teaching you the necessary skills for intelligent technologies that will shape the future, but also giving you the power of ideas, a strong character, inquisitiveness, humility that will help you to pursue the diverse careers and steer the life ahead. Dear young friends, it is true that we must celebrate the achievements of our gold medalists and the toppers on the occasion of convocation. But more than that, we must celebrate the eternal human values, creativity, curiosity, critical thinking, righteousness, individuality, and compassion, which have been nurtured by this university. These values are invisible gold medals that will empower you to create a better future for the country as a responsible and enlightened citizen. Under the leadership and guidance of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, Professor Kasturi Rangan and his colleagues have scripted a national education policy that is empowering our students to succeed in machine-dominated world, and it is blended with the value system to ensure perfect balance in inner and outer growth of every student. In today's world, when we are building digital roads, witnessing rise of AI natives and new business models, it is important to ask a very fundamental question. What does it mean to be educated? साथियों, पैगंबर हजरत मोहम्मद साहब को जब कुरान शरीफ पढ़नी शुरू हुई तो पहला शब्द इकरा था, which means read. और मौलाना वहीदुद्दीन खान साहब ने इस बात का जिक्र करते हुए लिखा है कि एजुकेशन इज स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट ऑफ एवरी ह्यूमन एक्टिविटी। उसी तरह अगर हम वेद की बात करें तो वेद का पहला शब्द ऋग्वेद का खास तौर से अग्नि है, यानी कॉस्मिक इंटेलिजेंस। इससे निकलने वाली एक महत्वपूर्ण शक्ति जो जीवन में विजडम और स्पीड लाती है। और जो पहला सूत्र है, अग्निमीले पुरोहितः यज्ञस्य देवमर्त्यजम्, यानी एजुकेशन अनुभव और विजडम के रूप में एक डिवाइन गिफ्ट है और ऐसा अनमोल खजाना है जो प्रकाश की तरफ पूरे जीवन आपको सही रास्ता दिखाता है। और वैसे ही गुरु नानक जी कहते हैं, अहरण मत वेदु हाथियारू बुद्धि निहाई है। ज्ञान हथौड़ा है, यह वह चोट है जो जीवन के अनुभव से पैदा होती है। और हम जो नॉलेज इकट्ठा करते हैं वह तभी चमकेगा जब ज्ञान की चोट आपका अनुभव उस पर पड़ेगा। और इसलिए मैं निजी तौर पर मानता हूँ एजुकेशन इज अल्टीमेट एक्सप्लोजन of our consciousness. एजुकेशन हमारी अनुभव, हमारी चेतना का परम शिखर है। एजुकेशन इज एनर्जी ऑफ द सोसाइटी, एजुकेशन इज ecstasy, education is elation, education is elegance, education is empowerment, education is enrichment, education enables you to attain the highest peak of life, and education elevates. Education जो शब्द है एजुसियर से लिया गया है, जिसका वास्तविक अर्थ है टू ड्रॉ आउट, जो स्टूडेंट के भीतर है, जो विद्यार्थी के अंदर है, उसे कैसे बाहर निकाला जाए। लेकिन आज प्रश्न यही उठता है कि क्या हम ऐसा कर पा रहे हैं? हम भीतर के अनोखेपन को निकालकर निखारने के बजाय क्या विद्यार्थी को सिलेबस और किताबों के भीतर तो नहीं छोड़ के जा रहे हैं? पिछले कई दशकों से क्लासरूम का एकमात्र लक्ष्य था कि स्टूडेंट के भीतर ज्यादा से ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन को भर दिया जाए। हम शायद वास्तविक लक्ष्य को भूल गए थे, और इसलिए ये प्रश्न मैंने उठाया कि what does it mean to be educated? और मैं मानता हूँ कि एजुकेटेड होने का मतलब जिस स्टूडेंट ने आर्टिफिशियल तरीके से सब्जेक्ट्स के बीच खड़ी की गई दीवारों को तोड़ दिया, जिसने संसार में एक और मेमोरी हार्ड डिस्क बनने की बजाय इंडिपेंडेंट थिंकिंग, क्रिएटिविटी, रिसर्च और इन्वेंशन को तरजीह दी, जो धारणाओं से अलग हटकर अपने भीतर की क्यूरियोसिटी, क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग को जागृत कर सका, जिसने अपने टीचर की बातों पर पूरा विश्वास करने के बजाय उस पर सवाल उठाए, संदेह पैदा किए, कुछ और जानने की जिज्ञासा व्यक्त की, जिसके मन में सिर्फ विचार, थिंकिंग पैदा नहीं होती, बल्कि नई चेतना भी जागृत होती है, जिसमें प्राचीन मूल्यों द्वारा आगे बढ़ने का साहस होता है। मैं समझता हूँ नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी द्वारा यही प्रयास किया जा रहा है। हर एक स्टूडेंट सही मायने में एजुकेटेड। कैंपस के भीतर हमारा जो क्लासरूम है वह चार दीवारों की बजाय रियल वर्ल्ड और रियल लाइफ के आसमान को रिफ्लेक्ट करे, ताकि जिस दिन आप कैंपस से बाहर निकलकर प्रोफेशनल वर्ल्ड में प्रवेश करें, तब आपके पास मेमोरीज का हार्ड डिस्क नहीं, सिर्फ इंफॉर्मेशन का भंडार नहीं, बल्कि अनंत रचनात्मक शक्ति, इनफाइनाइट क्रिएटिविटी की ताकत भी रहे। थॉमस अल्वा एडिसन जब स्कूल में पढ़ते थे, तब उनके टीचर ने रिपोर्ट कार्ड में उनके पेरेंट्स को लिखा था, कृपया इस लड़के को स्कूल से निकाल लीजिए, क्योंकि इसकी मेमोरी बड़ी कमजोर है और शायद कोई भी स्कूल या कॉलेज इसको पढ़ा नहीं सकता है। टीचर ने शायद एडिसन के भीतर यूनिकनेस को पहचाना नहीं, क्यूरियोसिटी को परख नहीं सका, इन्वेंशन की क्षमता को नहीं देखा, और अगर देखता तो शायद बाद में एडिसन ने 1000 से ज्यादा जो इन्वेंशन किए उसके बीज अवश्य उसमें नजर आते। अल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन का एक दूसरा उदाहरण मैं उद्धृत करूंगा। एक व्यक्ति ने यह कहकर डांट दिया था कि तुम मैथ में बहुत कमजोर, तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं हो सकता। बाद में आइंस्टाइन के इन्वेंशन ने पूरी दुनिया बदल दी। थियरी ऑफ रिलेटिविटी अनेक पढ़े लिखे लोगों को समझने में कठिनाई होती। आपके भीतर जो कुछ अद्वितीय है, आपकी जो यूनिकनेस है, आपकी जो इंडिविजुअलिटी है, उसे तराश कर बाहर निकाला जाएगा जब बगीचे के बिखरे बीजों में अंकुरित हो रहे फूलों की तरह आपकी चेतना में भी नए फूल लगेंगे। तभी हम सही मायने में कह सकेंगे यह बच्चा या यह बच्ची ये एजुकेटेड है और उसके व्यक्तित्व को निखार करके स्कूल, कॉलेज या यूनिवर्सिटी ने अपने कर्तव्यों का सही तरीके से निर्वहन किया है। अकल में जो घिर गया ला इंतहा क्यों कर हुआ, अकल में जो घिर गया ला इंतहा क्यों कर हुआ, जो समा में आ गया फिर वो खुदा क्यों कर हुआ। समा यानी अंबर का विस्तार और खुले आसमान से मेरा मतलब है हर एक स्टूडेंट की असीमित क्षमता which can drive change around the world, build resilience in this era of acceleration, and is ready to adopt and reshape diverse areas of our economy. And to achieve this, national education policy is truly a miracle for bringing change, not only in the students, but also in the teachers. एक बड़े विद्वान हुए केन रॉबिन्सन, कुछ दिन पहले मैं उनकी एक किताब पढ़ रहा था। उनका कहना है एक टीचर की सबसे बड़ी भूमिका ये होगी कि वह सीखने को कितना सुविधाजनक बनाता है। और मैं मानता हूं कि AI असिस्टेंट, एलेक्सा, सीरी, गूगल होम्स, डिजिटल असिस्टेंट के दौर में टीचर का रोल सबसे अहम होगा, क्योंकि जानकारियां तो एक क्लिक पर मिल सकती हैं, लेकिन इंडिपेंडेंट थिंकिंग, किसी विषय पर नया विजन, नया दृष्टिकोण वास्तव में एक टीचर ही दे पाएगा। सभी टीचर्स को भी ये समझना होगा कि वो मात्र इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइडर नहीं, वह मात्र सिलेबस कंप्लीट करने के माध्यम नहीं है, बल्कि वह नई पीढ़ी के मन और आत्मा दोनों को तराशने के सबसे बड़े कारीगर हैं, आर्टिस्ट। राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति में बड़े साहस के साथ प्रोफेसर कस्तूरी रंगन साहब ने पूरा एक चैप्टर ही टीचर्स के एजुकेशन को समर्पित किया। और मैं आप सबसे अनुरोध करता हूं, खास तौर से जो टीचर्स हैं उनसे मैं निवेदन करता हूं, वो एक ऐसा बहुमूल्य चैप्टर है जो मैं मानता हूं कि हर एक टीचर को जरूर पढ़ना चाहिए और उसके अनुसार सतत सीखने की आदत भी डालनी चाहिए। विश्व के सबसे मशहूर वर्ड्स में से एक गिने जाने रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट, वो भी टीचर थे। 1931 का एक प्रसिद्ध लेक्चर है, एजुकेशन बाय पोएट्री। उन्होंने लिखा है कि कॉलेज में मार्क्स देना अनिवार्यता है, बाध्यता नहीं। उन्होंने स्वीकार किया कि अपने टीचिंग प्रोफेशन के दौरान सिर्फ क्लासरूम परफॉर्मेंस पर उन्होंने मार्क्स नहीं दिए, बल्कि वह उसके बियॉन्ड गए और स्टूडेंट्स के नए आइडियाज, इमेजिनेशन और क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग पर स्टूडेंट्स को मार्क्स दिए। 92 साल बाद भी आज वह लेक्चर रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट का उतना ही रिलेवेंट है जितना उस समय था। मेरा अनुरोध होगा सभी टीचर्स से, अगर नहीं पढ़े हैं तो कृपा करके उसे पढ़िए। फ्यूचर ओरिएंटेड प्रतिभाओं को ऐसी लर्निंग ही जन्म दे सकती है। कोविड पैंडेमिक की पहली वेव के पश्चात 2020 में एक शोध, एक रिसर्च किया गया और पूरे वर्ल्ड में जितने कार्य हुए हैं उसमें मशीन और इंसान दोनों की भागीदारी का परसेंटेज क्या है। उस समय का रेशियो उस समय आया था कि वर्ल्ड के दुनिया के सभी कार्यों में 33% कार्य मशीन द्वारा हो रहा है और 67% काम ऐसे हैं जिसमें इंसान की जरूरत पड़ रही है। इस रिसर्च का एस्टिमेट था 2025 में 47% काम मशीन करेगी और 53% इंसान करेगी। और उसके आधार पर अगर अनुमान लगाया जाए तो मुझे लगता है कि 2030 तक 70 to 75% काम ऑटोमेटेड हो जाएंगे और मात्र 25-30% ऐसे फंक्शंस होंगे जिसमें ह्यूमन इंटरवेंशन की आवश्यकता हो। मैं मानता हूं इस तरह के अनप्रेडिक्टेबल फ्यूचर, मशीन और ह्यूमन के बीच प्रतिस्पर्धा में वही टीचर भावी ह्यूमन कैपिटल तैयार कर पाएगा जो सिलेबस से हटकर क्लासरूम में कुछ नया पढ़ाने का खतरा लेगा, उसे नया सीखने को प्रेरित करेगा, उसे अनकन्वेंशनल तरीके से काम करने की सलाह देगा और जो स्टूडेंट्स को अपना सबसे पक्का दोस्त समझेगा वही सबसे अच्छा टीचर है। अगर भविष्य के टैलेंट्स तैयार करने हैं तो सबसे पहले हमारे टीचर्स को भी अनजान रास्तों का भय छोड़ना, नए खोज की आकांक्षा जगानी होगी, अपने क्लासरूम में नदी जैसा फ्लो लाना होगा ताकि अनजान रास्तों पर चलने का साहस पैदा हो सके। मित्रों, आप सब प्रोफेसर कस्तूरी रंगन साहब को सुनना चाहते हैं। मैंने जो बात मुझे समझ में आई उसे मोटे तौर पर और संक्षेप आपके सामने व्यक्त किया है। एक दो बातें कह करके अपनी बात खत्म करूंगा। तेज गति से हो रहे परिवर्तन का अंदाजा आप सिर्फ इस बात से लगा सकते हैं, सिर्फ एक एंड्रॉयड प्लेटफॉर्म पर पिछले महीने 90,000 नई टेक्नोलॉजी और एप्स लॉन्च किए गए थे। यानी डेली 3,000 नई तकनीक, नए एप्स आए हैं जिन्होंने पुराने एप्स को या तो रिप्लेस कर दिया है या इररिलेवेंट बना दिया। पिछले साल रिकॉर्ड 2,78,000 नए इन्वेंशन के पेटेंट तथा 34 लाख IP एप्लीकेशन फाइल किए गए। 200 से ज्यादा इनोवेशन मात्र एक महीने में जिन्हें कमर्शियलाइज किया जा रहा है। पूरी दुनिया में कुल बिग डेटा का 89% मई 2021 और मई 2023 के बीच प्रोड्यूस हुआ है। 1970 में एक माइक्रोचिप में टोटल 1000 ट्रांजिस्टर्स होते थे और आज सिर्फ एक माइक्रोचिप में 5000 करोड़ ट्रांजिस्टर्स लग रहे हैं। ये परिवर्तन की गति मुझे लगता है कि हमें अभी से अगर हमने नहीं सोचा तो शायद जहां हम पहुंचना चाहते हैं हम नहीं पहुंच पाएंगे। विश्व की कुल 8 बिलियन आबादी के बीच 85 बिलियन स्मार्ट सिस्टम एक दूसरे से कनेक्ट होकर विभिन्न सेक्टर्स में परिवर्तन को नई गति प्रदान कर रहे हैं और 2025 तक जो अनुमान है ये संख्या 50 बिलियन स्मार्ट सिस्टम तक पहुंच जाएगी। आज जो यूनिवर्सिटी से पास आउट होकर रियल वर्ल्ड में इंटर कर रहे हैं उन्हें 2025 में रीस्किलिंग की आवश्यकता हो और वर्तमान में अभी हमारी जो वर्कफोर्स है उसमें से 94% वर्कफोर्स को रीस्किलिंग अपस्किलिंग की जरूरत पड़ेगी। You can see and experience that technology is moving faster than ever before and it is increasingly transforming the way we live, socialize, travel and work. Our workforce is facing a completely different future. So I would say it is time that our classrooms and campus recognize the radical shift and create an ecosystem of acceleration. Classrooms, labs need to reinvent itself on the lines of national education policy, not only to maintain the competitive edge, but also to remain relevant. और यह रिलेवेंस का मुद्दा सिर्फ टेक्नोलॉजी और इंडस्ट्री का नहीं है, बल्कि इस परिवर्तन का प्रभाव ह्यूमैनिटीज के क्षेत्र में भी व्यापक रूप से पड़ा है, क्योंकि टेक्नोलॉजी मानव समाज के भीतर काम करता है। फोर्थ इंडस्ट्रियल रिवोल्यूशन की इंटेलिजेंट टेक्नोलॉजी के विस्तार के पश्चात सोशल साइंस, साइकोलॉजी, इकोनॉमिक्स, आर्ट्स जैसे क्षेत्रों में भी अनेक महत्वपूर्ण बदलाव हुए। आज ह्यूमैनिटीज के सभी टीचर्स और एक्सपर्ट्स इस बात की चर्चा कर रहे हैं जिस प्रकार तेज गति से हो रहे परिवर्तन के बीच इंक्लूसिव सोसाइटी और एम्पावर्ड इंडिविजुअल के संकल्प को साकार कैसे किया। आज चुनौती इस बात की भी है कि किस प्रकार सोशल मीडिया टूल्स के पावर को फेक न्यूज की चुनौती का मुकाबला करने में इस्तेमाल किया जाए ताकि कोविड वैक्सीनेशन के समय फैलाई गई घटनाएं फिर से रिपीट न हो। विजुअल तथा परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट्स में भी टेक्नोलॉजी के परिवर्तन से हो रहे बदलाव अब स्पष्ट रूप से दिखाई पड़ रहे। आज 10 से ज्यादा ऐसे आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस टूल्स इन्वेंट हुए जो पिकासो से लेकर वान गॉग की पेंटिंग हूबहू नकल कर सकते। आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के 3 ऐसे नए टूल्स इसी महीने अभी रिलीज हुए हैं जो किसी भी फेमस सिंगर की हूबहू कॉपी कर सकते हैं और मसूदी साहब की आवाज में भाषण भी कर सकते हैं। आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस फोटोग्राफर टेक्नोलॉजी के द्वारा जिस पोज, जिस जगह और जिस स्टाइल का फोटोग्राफ चाहिए वो आज प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं। अप्रैल में आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस जनरेटेड फोटोग्राफ ने अवार्ड भी जीता है। इसलिए हमारे सामने चुनौती है कि टेक्नोलॉजी एक्सप्लोजन के दौर में ऐसे स्किल्स पर हम काम करें जो रिलेवेंट हो तथा ह्यूमन एक्सपीरियंस पर भी आधारित। 2050 में दुनिया कैसी होगी हम आज इसकी कल्पना नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन मैं समझता हूँ तब भी एनालिटिकल और क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, क्रिएटिविटी, क्यूरियोसिटी, एक्टिव लर्निंग, इंडिविजुअलिटी, ओरिजिनलिटी, यूनिकनेस, रेजिलियंस, लीडरशिप जैसे जो कोर स्किल्स हैं किसी भी प्रोफेशन में आपकी मदद करेंगे, आपको मुख्य धारा में बना करके रखेंगे। और मैं मानता हूँ कि अगर बिना कंपेयर किए हुए हर एक स्टूडेंट के यूनिकनेस को तराशा जाएगा तो निश्चित रूप से ये बदलाव हम तेजी से ला सकेंगे। वो अपने आप को अडॉप्ट करने और उसके अनुसार जीने की कला सीख सकेगा। मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि इस यूनिवर्सिटी के वाइस चांसलर प्रोफेसर रामसू ने ईमानदारी से और निष्ठा से कोशिश की है कि वास्तव में एनईपी भी लागू हो, बच्चों के भविष्य को संवारने में भी उन्होंने और यहाँ के सभी टीचर्स पूरी मेहनत से काम किया। इस अवसर पर मैं सभी स्टूडेंट्स के यूनिकनेस, उनके टैलेंट के खिलने की कामना करता हूं और ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करता हूं कि भविष्य उनका अत्यंत ही अच्छा हो, भविष्य में वो अपनी चाहत के अनुसार शीर्ष ऊंचाई पर प्राप्त कर सकें, ऐसी शुभकामना देते हुए मैं अपनी बात पूरी करता हूं। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
May I request the Honorable Chief Guest, Professor K. Kusturi Rangan, to deliver the convocation address.
Thank you. Honorable Governor of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, Sri Manoj Sinha Ji, Chancellor of Islamic University of Science and Technology, IUST, Sri Rajiv Rai Bhatnagar, Advisor to Honorable Lieutenant Governor, Professor Shakil Ahmed Ramshu, Vice Chancellor, IUST, Professor Nasir Iqbal, Registrar, members of the Executive and Academic Council, deans, the academic staff, distinguished invitees, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I deem it a privilege to be invited for the second convocation of the Islamic University of Science and Technology. I'd like to express my grateful thanks to the Governor, Sri Manoj Sinha Ji, Chancellor, Sri Shakil Ahmed Ramshu, Vice Chancellor, and other members of the management for this honor done to me. I'd like to greet all the graduating students and recipients of various honors on this memorable occasion. The first time, second time, I come to this part of the country, Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir. And of course, the star attraction is to come to the state, which is unique in many ways. Take the case of the city of Srinagar, even though the university itself is located nearby in Avantipura. Srinagar, with a recorded history that dates back to the 6th century AD, has been reigned by several Hindu dynasties and Mughals. The holy places in and around the city, including the soulful Sufi shrines, temples dedicated to the spiritual leaders like Shankaracharya, the temples of Avantipuri Varman, and many historic wooden masks carved out and very aesthetic in their presentation, without being the center of spirituality. They all represent a high level of cultural diversity, spiritual diversity of this part of the country. On the other side, the bustling bazaars in the state are hubs of the world-renowned Kashmiri handicrafts. I do remember finally when Modi ji 2 days back presented a diamond, he encrusted it, I think, inside one of the Kashmir paper mache. I think he chose this as the symbol of the kind of culture and that this state can give. Of course, there are many things. We can talk of pashmina shawl, carpet weaving, paper mache, jewel making, wood carving, whatnot. Fantastic. Why I'm telling all this, Avantipura's neighborhood, this state in which it is an extraordinary in many, many kinds of diversity. And in that environment, I came here some years back. The place was not as developed as it is here today, but the spirit of these youngsters, the enthusiasm, their curiosity, we went around the various departments, that in no way has reduced. At that time also it was there. I still remember a youngster who, I think one of the lab, I don't remember with that laboratory, it was working on the fluid dynamics. And in the fluid dynamics, we wanted to get a little idea of her understanding of what the principles behind that specific areas of flow patterns. And believe it or not, in 5 minutes, she gave me a very crisp explanation. Probably even Theodore von Karman and other people in this area would have been surprised at the clarity she had at that level of this. This is the kind of an example of the youngsters here who are coming to the world of knowledge, the world of wisdom. So all I want to tell you, youngsters, there is no better place than to come and learn yourself, because this is the place you can bring your best of creativity, originality, and everything that we talk about. I think the place is conducive, and this is thus a place from which you are today graduating. I'm sure that you should have been extremely fortunate and had been the kind of thing which is chosen is something which will assure you of a future, which of course I got a little sample by talking to some of them with Lieutenant G, Governor G. One of them said that even though he did all the digital world and other thing, he said he wanted to do an IAS. And another person, another girl said that she wanted to continue to do literature. So there is such a wide variety of interest among the youngsters. They pick up their subject. There is nothing like no guidance need to come from outside. They learn, they judge, they assess, and they decide what they want to do for the future. That is the beauty of these youngsters. And I found this today also. It's very reassuring. It is gratifying to note that the governance of this university is overseen by a person of high eminence, His Excellency Lieutenant Governor Sri Manoj Sinha ji, whose incredible background and also the public and social service of more than 2 decades evokes admiration from all of us. I know Sinha, when he asked me to participate in discussions related to the national education policy, I gave a little chat on this, but he really was one of the leaders in this country to take up the NEP with respect to how to bring it to the state, how to implement it, what are the issues. And I see that this continues to be the kind of mission that he has undertaken in this education, that not only organizing the early meetings, it has been now taken forward through several steps, some of which I will mention later, through the discussions and consultations sessions, which has today provided this state a fairly good clarity on the aspects of the education policy. Because one of the problem is you have a 400-page document, it is brought down to a 60-page document, and then there are many professors who would like to get the essentials of what they should be interested. See, this is not a document where you search for what your interests are. You should really look at what your interest should be. So you have to really read the whole of the document if you want to do that, because the document is a well-connected, integrated document, mind you. So there is no scope for picking up one paragraph or one chapter and to say that I am now implementing the national education policy. Learn the full thing, see the connectivity, and make sure that you form your own curriculum pedagogy and things of that kind coming out of that connectivity. That is the difference between this particular policy and the earlier policy. We could conveniently take up certain types of curriculum and pedagogy and teach that area, oblivious to what the other areas are. It is not so. And this 21st century cannot pardon you if you only learn that kind of a thing. So that is the difference that I want to emphasize in this. So his all-round insights into the matters of education, importantly promoting research, is a real ability. I also know the interest that the Honorable Governor has got in the area of research. And this, of course, gives you a tremendous asset. You are very fortunate to have such an erudite intellectual to lead the destiny of your university. I'm sure the university will see transformative changes in the coming years as you continue to progress and work with the NEP. I'm also happy to see Sri Rajiv, Sri Bhatnagarji. I just had a few words with him. Tremendous. He has got a lot of insights into education. I am sure that he will be a very forceful advisor to the Honorable the Governor in the context of shaping the destiny of the education of this for the academic activities. The university's excellence in performance owes much to the academic standing of its teaching professionals, who combine the best of teaching methods with research under the visionary leadership and guidance of Professor Shakil Ahmed Ramshaw. I take this opportunity to wish the Vice Chancellor, the faculty registrar I met yesterday, and I had some discussions with him, the faculty and other members, of the academic community of this university the best of productivity and outcomes in their intellectual pursuits. My dear students, today is indeed a red letter day in your life, one that marks your transition from the relatively sheltered environment that your university offers to the real world. Hearty congratulations to each one of you for having reached this important milestone. It's a moment of pride for you as much as for your teachers, parents, and those who have any part in shaping your life so far. Being graduates of this renowned university, you now have a world of opportunities in front of you. You can recall that your mission for higher learning began here with great passion. But know for sure that it will not end here. It will not end until you feel fully confident of meeting uncertainties and challenges of the life's laboratory and dealing with successes and failures with equanimous attitude. I'm sure that each one of you have different dreams. You should never give up your dreams and aspirations, for it is those aspirations that will drive you to higher levels of achievements and make your life really purposeful. It's most appropriate for me to use this occasion to briefly highlight the importance and the key role that universities play in the progress of any nation. I say this at this point because we are creating a transformative policy, implementing a transformative policy. What does university will do in this policy? And why, as an institution, it has withstood over centuries across the world, and it continues to be a relevant institution for passing on the knowledge and wisdom as it surfaces every now and then across the humankind. I thought I should mention the words of some of the intellectuals on this connection. Universities are the foundations on which nation basic rests. They symbolize academic freedom and the fountainhead of inspiration, acting as perennial sources to generate and disseminate new ideas and knowledge. Among the several models of institutions providing opportunities for higher learning in the contemporary world, universities will occupy a central place with time-tested methodologies and value systems. They provide an effective ecosystem for interaction among diverse disciplines, a crucial element for development of an integrated view of this modern and complex world. In this process, they set the example and standards for enlightened citizenship. The perpetual search for knowledge and ideas has been the hallmark of our intellectual heritage. The following quotation from Rig Veda very effectively underscores the same, and many of you know this. Anu Badraha Pradamo Yantu Vishwada. Let noble thoughts come from everywhere, unhindered and overflowing. The vision of India's new educational system, as laid out in the NEP, has been crafted to ensure that it touches the life of each and every citizen consistent with their needs and necessities, and will help to create a just and equitable society. The policy provides an integrated yet flexible approach to education and keeps the interconnectedness of the various phases of education in mind. That's why I said don't read only one chapter and implement NEP, as it lays out an end-to-end educational roadmap for the country. The important policy shifts envisaged at the undergraduate level are the emphasis on multidisciplinarity and a holistic approach to education, and the introduction of a 4-year liberal undergraduate degree program. The liberal education, as this is referred to in the contemporary discussions of undergraduate education, has its origins in India's age-old idea of liberal arts, dating back to almost 1400 years, right, I should say. The work of Kadambari, Banabhatta's Kadambari, is one of the earliest ideas that were floated and which today is creating currency all across the world about the liberal education. In the modern day social and economic landscape, this age-old Indian concept is now finding recognition in a new form. As per our policy, and I quote, liberal education explores the remarkable relationship that exists among the sciences and humanities, mathematics and arts, medicine and physics, etc., and more generally, the surprising unity of all fields of human endeavor. Unquote. A comprehensive liberal education develops all capacities of human beings, intellectual, aesthetic, social, physical, emotional, and moral in an integrated fashion. The present silo-based approach to undergraduate education must therefore transform into an integrated, multidisciplinary, holistic approach to liberal education. It's heartening to note that several universities in the country have announced 4-year liberal education programs. The outcomes that are expected from any undergraduate education have now been embodied in the new National Higher Educational Qualification Framework, NHEQF, announced in May 2023. In addition, UGC, AICTE, and NCVT, National Council for Vocational Education and Training, have jointly announced a new educational credit framework, NCF, in April 2023, which will enable students to accumulate credits to earn various credentials. Credits can now be earned from multiple institutions and through online modes. Massive open online courses using academic bank of credits that is now also in place. The combination of National Credit Framework, NHEQF, and National Skills Qualification Framework will enable seamless mobility across the skills and the formal higher education landscape, empowering every student. I will mention in this connection, only 2 days back at the National Science Foundation, which is today headed by an Indian in the United States, Madam Biden and Modi ji reviewed the skill education and the kind of role the higher education and the skill education together will have. And India is going to have a major tie-up with the National Science Foundation in the context of skill education and how higher education role institutions can play a role in this particular connection. This is as late as 2 days back when this discussion took place. NEP also heralds the potentially explosive growth of vocational education and skill development in the country, since it requires all educational institutions to integrate vocational education in their offerings at the level of undergraduate education. Not only is this consistent with the principles of holistic development, it gives students an avenue into the world of work that will be increasingly important in the 21st century. I'm happy to know that IUST has launched some vocational education programs and plans to launch several more. At the postgraduate level, one of the key recommendations relates to the strengthening of the research within the university system. The policy recommended the creation of a national research foundation, which is likely to become a reality quite soon. The benefit of the research funding will be available to both private and public funded institutions. And I noticed that IUST has been quite successful in bringing in a considerable amount of research funds. And this can be better supplemented now with the NRF as and when it is in place. I also want to say why this is so important at this particular stage. On one side, Prime Minister talks about Atmanirbhar. The other side, there is a huge amount of backlog in the areas of research over years on which India should have been the leader. Third, our connection between the academic institutions as well as the industries and other institutions is still a major weak link. And lastly, you do research, you do pure research, you don't translate into applied research. When you go up to applied research, you don't get into a translational research. Once you move into the translation research, you don't go into the applied applications and its utility. So this 4-step process is very critical. And that is where the importance of these kind of institutional mechanisms to ensure that you do an end-to-end. Even though pure result may be 100%, the applied result may be 50%, the translation result may be 20%, and the actual outcome may be 10%. But that 10% can make a lot of difference to this country. And that is where the NRF's importance comes into picture. And I am sure that this institution, your university, certainly play an important role in ensuring the success of NRF through the various provisions that NRF has made. With regard to regulation, a light but tight mechanism has been envisaged under this policy, again applicable without distinction between private and public institutions, providing a more cohesive structure for the higher education institutions in the context of teaching and research, ensuring increased autonomy and empowered governance and effective leadership are the other features of this policy. On the whole, the policy aims at the development of the requisite skills that are pertinent to the contemporary world for the learners, while giving enough flexibility in making choices consistent with the dynamics of a knowledge society. There are many other interesting recommendations. I don't want to go into the details of all this. It's all available now. And one is the creation of a consultative body, which is the National Education and Technology Forum. I suggest that this be considered seriously at this university. The whole idea is we cannot recklessly also introduce technology into education. It has got a lot of other ramifications. Running a small program of Chabua in the developmental curriculum during my days as chairman ISRO, I know what it means to use technology to the grassroots level of this thing. There are many other issues of cultural, social, psychological, and many other things. One should look at the introduction of technology in the totality. In NTR, the National Technology Forum, is precisely meant for these kind of analytical and what you may call scientific research, which will enable them to give an idea of what the holistic impact of that kind of technology would be. And I think this is not an institution. It's already a consultative body. This will look at both the state and central government institutions and advise accordingly. And this can be done through a number of nodes across the country. That's where an institution like this can have a node to look at the technology aspect of it. I am delighted to note that the government of Jammu and Kashmir has been special initiative to promote and accelerate the implementation of higher education component of NEV through the constitution of the Higher Education Council of Jammu and Kashmir under the chairmanship of His Excellency, with a stellar cast of members and with none other than the illustrious Professor Dinesh Singh as the vice chairman. I know Professor Dinesh Singh for quite some time. That's why I'm mentioning his name or the quality of the person there. This council is experimenting. I was very delighted last week when he told me a little bit about it. This council is experimenting with such innovative ideas like the Anodaya Express, the College of Wheels, and the design of your own degree program, and so on. I think these are exactly the new kinds of liberal education that we need to see taking off in this country. I wish you a lot of success in this exciting endeavor, and also show this as a index to other universities to follow on. Today, real life demands us to be equipped with multiple sets of skills, awareness, and knowledge. To quote my own experience, though I started as a physicist, pursuing research in astronomy, I later developed skills in the satellite technology and then went on to learn elements of system management. When I had to assume the role of leading the National Space Program, I had to be familiar with not only science, technology, and system management, but also aspects of socio-economic benefits of space, strategic issues, international collaboration, and above all, nuances of dealing with political and bureaucratic systems. Assisting me in acquiring these capabilities were the undercurrents of the diverse and demanding environment and the holistic value system that my university is setting up to me. What our country needs is human talent with a positive attitude, passion for excellence, and leadership qualities to make a difference. Dear young friends, I would like to touch upon an important phase of my professional career at India Space Program, which I am sure would be of interest to all those present here, particularly the students. Born out of the vision of India's space pioneer, Vikram Sarabhai, India's space program has truly become the pride of every Indian. You know, there have been two major agreements which Modi ji have signed recently with NASA in this connection. One is to send an Indian next year itself into space with the Indian Space Station, International Space Station. And the second is to become a part of our families, which will make us one of the key explorers of the solar system. Today, and why I'm telling this is these are all excitement for you, not for us. We have already completed our task. So these two agreements can make a default way of difference for excitement for a profession for many of you youngsters. So I think both of them you should follow carefully what India is going to do, learn it whether you finally take it up as a profession or not, and derive the excitement that it deserves to have among every Indian with respect to these missions and many others. I'm sure it would be like to touch upon. So this is what Sarabhai's India space program has truly become the pride. Today, the space program is a classic example of the country's determination to expand the indigenous aid towards realizing self-reliance in many critical areas of development, consistent with the concept of Atmanirbhar Bharat Prime Minister. India's foray into space was not without several challenges and stumbling blocks. I still remember the events in ISRO related to the successive failures of the launch of two augmented satellite launch vehicles. Naturally, a sense of despondency overtook us initially. The ISRO engineers and scientists had an extraordinary way of responding to this. However, by bringing to bear the natural resilience the mind has got to shift from one state to another, we did not allow this setback to override our resolve to succeed. By carrying out critical analysis and associated follow-up action to understand and address the problems, we paved the way for the success of the present generation, PSLV and GSLV. Our courage of conviction and the type of inspiration we derived from the leadership of ISRO made us work with redoubled vigor and succeed. We did succeed later on, and we have some of the best launch vehicles in the world today. I often felt that life can teach you more from a failure than a success. In other words, the failures could be the stepping stone for many of the future successes. One unique aspect of India's successful space program is its ability to enforce highest standards of quality and excellence as a part of each and every endeavor. This has to be a sustainable culture and cannot be a one-shot affair, since each space mission demands its own highest level of these practices. In this context, I am unable to resist recalling the clarion call of our Prime Minister Modi ji at the time of the successful insertion of the Indian space Mangalayaan into the Martian orbit, a matter of great pride for all of us Indians, since we were the first country to achieve this in the very first attempt. The Prime Minister exhorted our countrymen at that time, immediately after the speech, and he said, to emulate the culture of ISRO, one of practicing the highest levels of precision, accuracy, perfection, and make it integral to our own endeavors. In the broader context of our country, the concept of excellence needs to become a part of our national culture, elevating islands like space into continental proportions. Nations that subscribe to this culture have the most decisive advantage to compete successfully with others in any endeavor. Dear graduates, you are having a privileged few to receive education in this University of Great Compute. The education you received here will serve as a strong foundation to build your future and to make contribution to national and international level. Remember, the basic purpose of education is to build up your character and a balanced development of your physical, mental, and spiritual personality. The rich heritage of thought and experience handed on to us by countless noble souls and great personalities have deep implication to the process of shaping our lives. It is my hope that you will integrate these values in your future endeavors and derive immense benefit. I hope you will always keep your intellectual curiosity alive and never cease your learning process in the great school of life. In all these light before you, may Almighty grant you wisdom, success, and true sense of fulfillment. Thank you.
Chancellor, sir, I request you to declare the convocation closed.
I declare the convocation closed.
All are requested to stand up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
The academic procession will leave now from the hall.
Outside in the Shamiana, right outside this building. For the students, please remain seated. We'll serve you some refreshments. We'll join you in refreshments as well. The students, please remain seated in your places. Congratulations to all of you.
अभी आएंगे ना।
मुझे लगता है मैं हार्ट अटैक का नाटक करूंगी, मैं फेक करूंगी हाँ जी, कितनी देर बोलोगे ट्रैफिक जैम है? 3 घंटे और लगे।
अब चाय पिलाना चाहिए अगर
है ना।